record. Okay. So obviously when you get to the coach office, this is like your landing page. And I like to point out this column on the left-hand side because it just has some quick reference information that I kind of check my back office like every day because I like to look at volume and what coaches of mine are inactive and active and all that kind of stuff. But if you're a newer coach, I think it's a good idea to check it a couple times a week just so you can see sometimes, especially as you hit Success Club each month, you will get free lead customers. So sometimes they'll pop in your back office and I'll show you where you'll find those. Um, but you'll have your profile information, which is like your coach ID, easy to find, your rank, your upline coach information. It'll show your Success Club qualification if you have any points on the board, your active status, um, your paid rank, all those things. So kind of quick reference information. And then the Success Club tab here gives you more detailed information. Obviously for Success Club, you have to have 90 PV home direct order and have 5 or more Success Club points to earn Success Club each month. And then if you expand these, it's going to give you a more detailed view of where your Success Club points came from for that month if you're not sure. Usually we know. And then volume is a good thing to look at too. You'll see your left and right leg volume. These are, as you go Emerald and beyond, these are going to become more important, but it's just nice to know where those things live. And then your weekly earnings will be on this tab, and we get paid every Thursday. So this page will update every Thursday at 1 a.m. Pacific. I happen to know that because I work night shift, so I see when it changes. But that's a good thing to know. You'll also see your lifetime earnings, your year-to-date earnings, which is cool, and just so you can see where you're at for the year. And you can go back and look at past earnings too on another page, past week's earnings. And then down here on the business alerts, this is that area where you're going to see if you have a new customer that's maybe a free lead customer. So if you've hit Success Club in the month prior, say you hit Success Club this month, next month you're going to get free lead customers. So they will pop up and say one new customer order. And this is someone who maybe just even signs up with the free 2-week trial of Beachbody On Demand. It doesn't even have to be they purchased anything. So they'll pop up here, and you don't earn commission off them right away. After they place an additional order after their first 30 days, you will get commission off all those orders. And you'll also see them show up here as a new customer. And then down to my coaches, you'll also see when you have a coach sign up, it'll say new in your organization. But you'll also see when your upline signs up coaches, and this can be kind of confusing, but it's kind of that beauty of how we earn an income, right? Like we're always adding to our downline, which benefits our downline coaches. So you may see this number pop up and it says one new coach in your organization. You're like, oh, I didn't sign up a coach, but that's because someone above you signed someone up that is now underneath of you in terms of volume, not in terms of your personally sponsored coaches, but those coaches that are added under you are eventually going to contribute to your team cycle bonuses. So again, if you're a newer coach, not something super important right now until you're Emerald and beyond, but it is cool to know that your income grows off of how your team does and how much your team is growing and not just off of you. And then you'll see some other information about coaches. Inherited coaches is if, say you have a coach who quits, who deactivates their coach account, and they had customers already, you're going to show new inherited customers because their customers will all of a sudden become your customers. Middle of the screen, obviously, just stuff going on in Beachbody, like announcements that are happening currently. We hear about a lot of these things on the National Wake Up Call. And then the main tab that I use is this Monitor My Business. It kind of has everything we need in here. You can search your personal and customer orders. You can search your customers. You can look at customers who have subscription orders. That's including BOD, Shakeology, any of the products they have on Home Direct basically are going to be under subscription. And that's where I like to go to see my annual renewals. So I can reach out to those people who are going to have their BOD renew. So I can convert it over if they want to buy a challenge pack, because it saves them a ton if they're to buy, upgrade it to a challenge pack if they want a nutritional product like the Performance Stack or Shakeology. And then you can look at your downline by going to sponsorship drill down. Anytime I'm going to look at my downline coaches, this is where I tend to go. There's no coaches under this account, but if you're to open this, you will see nothing. But normally you would see names and just in a column, kind of like a spreadsheet here. And it's going to show obviously their name, what leg they're on, if they're active, if they have success club. These are only going to be at first your personally sponsored coaches, but as they add coaches, you'll be able to see those coaches on there as well. I just noticed this BOD groups reports thing, so I actually don't know what that is. If anybody does, feel free to chime in. I'm assuming it's how you check up on your BOD group members if they're like logging their workouts and stuff. Preferred placement is another important one to know. This is how you toggle back and forth of how you place coaches on each of your legs. So in general, to grow, obviously to be Emerald, you need one on each leg. So if you sign up a coach, they're going to be placed automatically wherever this is set. It's set to automatic. But you could come in here and say you want it on your left. And then before you sign your next coach, sorry, I had someone in the waiting room. I feel bad. Before you sign your next coach, you're going to have to switch this over to right. And if you accidentally forget to switch it over before your next coach signs up and they sign up on the wrong leg on the left, you have 10 days to switch them. So it's not a huge deal, but it's less of a pain in the butt if you're able to switch this ahead of time. Let's see. Other qualification things like the lead program, that's those free leads I mentioned before. Team volume, you can check that out. That's a good place to see what your personal volume is for the week. And then my EFT management, that's our direct deposit. All coaches make sure they have their direct deposit set up so you're not getting charged when they process a paper check and send it to you. And that's kind of the gist on those things. Any questions so far? I'm kind of going through this fast.
Hey kids, is the worksheet or the checklist that you guys have been talking about, is that in your office?
I was going to go over that next.
Okay, perfect.
So what Stacey's talking about is our business activity tracker, the things that paper tracker that we have, that we print out, that tells us our daily activities that we should be doing during our working hours or your power hour when you're really focused on your business. It's things like, did you do your workout? Did you do follow-ups? Did you check in with your BOD group? Did you invite? All the vital behaviors, right? So what's cool is they made a digital version of this, the daily activity tracker. And what's cool about it is, well, a lot of things are cool about it, but okay. I've never opened it on this account before, so it wants you to fill out like your coach information, your why statement, why you decided to become a coach, identify your ideal customer. So for me in here, I put busy moms looking to find balance in health and fitness, or people who struggle with general health needs. And then, okay, we'll close that. And you'll put in whatever that is for you. So I like this dashboard here too, because it'll show you how many Success Club points you have, if you have your 90 PV that you're required to have if you want to hit Success Club. But over here, so you can go log by day. And we'll go to Thursday. So there's 4 different tabs up here that obviously are vital behaviors. So you're going to check off, did you work out today? Did you drink your shake? Easy peasy, right? Doing those things every day. And then connect, invite, and follow up. I love that they put these timers next to it and they have this timer up at the top. I think these are maybe a little bit too long, like 20 minutes. I'd maybe spend 10 minutes on each of these things. But inviting connections and expanding your network, that's like following new people on Instagram or social media and connecting with them. Obviously inviting people to join your BOD group, following up with people, do a social media post showcasing the benefit of your healthy lifestyle. But I've sat down, I don't do this every day with this tracker, but I have found it to be so helpful, and I really love the timer. So I can be laser focused on my activities and what I'm doing. I'm so much more productive that way. And I love checking off boxes too. So this just like fills, I'm not type A, but when it comes to this stuff, I totally am. And then the next tab is kind of like getting people results. It's like checking in with your challenge groups. I don't know why it's not clicking, but mm, there we go. Recognizing achievement, maybe shouting out a challenger in your group who's had great results or who is really showing up. Um, Follow up with your Shakeology customers. So obviously these things are pretty self-explanatory. Your personal development, did you do personal development for at least 15 minutes? So these are just great things to kind of guide you, whether you're a newer coach or older coach. Sometimes we get off track. Sometimes we get distracted by the shiny object syndrome or like squirrel, like all of a sudden we're on Instagram and now we've been scrolling bathing suits for an hour. It happens. That's me. So I just love that you have something totally, Stacey's laughing at me. Totally just right here for you in the coach office. So um I love it. Anyway, I hope you guys give it a try and see what you think when you're doing it. I love that it tells you like over here to your percentage of what you did for the day. And these trackers, guys, are not meant to be like you have to check off every single box every day. It's just a tool. So use it to however, in whatever capacity that it works for you. And then another few things I want to highlight in the Grow My Business tab is the BOD group tools. This is awesome because this is great to send new coaches who maybe don't know a ton about BOD groups, but it's basically obviously the resources to help you start and manage your BOD groups. It's got videos on how to. So it really empowers your coaches to go find the information themselves because it is all here for us, you guys. They have just gone above and beyond with the resources and the training. So there's anything you need to know about BOD groups is there. Product tools and shareable media. I don't really use that so much. It's kind of like branded stuff. The coach link generator, that's like, I send my coach links through ShareCart, which is over here.
I will say, Kens, for newer coaches and product tools, I've found some good stuff on Shakeology that I'm like, I don't know all the things about it. Like some people ask a ton of detailed questions about like what's in the shake, and so I've used that probably the most for that, but otherwise
Okay,
I don't use a ton of that either.
that is really good to know because I don't know a ton, like I don't know all the science behind every product we
People,
have.
yeah, I don't either. Yeah,
Yeah,
that, so Shakeology, there's some good stuff in there for Shakeology if people have questions.
cool. That's good to know. And I guess for me, I just always Google everything, which probably should just come to the source and come to something credible that's on our website.
Well, it looks beautiful. It's beautiful too. It's, it's all good, well done. I'm like, anyways.
Kinsey, I was also going to add something just in
Yeah.
general for the Coach Online office. I feel like most times when I'm like, oh, I got to check the Coach office, Online office, I'm on my phone, but it's so much better on a computer. Like you can see more, like Kinsey's talking about year-to-date income and all that stuff. A lot of that you can't see from your phone. So the phone's great, like wake up, check your commissions, like quick, easy things, but like really diving deep, definitely do it from a computer because it has a lot more that you can see.
Yes, that is such a good point. Thank you for pointing that out. I will pretty much use my phone if I'm like checking to see if a coach or customer signed up or checking volume. But yeah, I generally try to do the nitty gritty on my desktop because it's so much easier. Under training, this is also an amazing resource as a new coach, or if you're getting a new coach started. These are all like getting started. So basically, there's videos under here that you can send your coach and say, go to the training section of your coach office. I mean, we have our own coach training for our coaches, but you can't go wrong with these. These are all great. They're so short. These videos are like a couple minutes each and really, really great training tools. So sometimes people as coaches, I find it are one of two ways. They either want all the information up front and really just want to go at it. And some people get really overwhelmed. So I just try and figure out what that new coach's like love language is in terms of getting started. And then I'll recommend like, here's some additional resources for you because you seem really hungry and want to know all the information, but I try and wait until I really know that they're not going to get overwhelmed because there is so much information, which is a good thing, but it can be a lot. And then, so again, just a great source of training. Support everyone should know how to access the good old FAQs because they're everything. If I ever need to know anything about anything regarding coaching or customers or orders, FAQs, you'll hear them referenced all the time on the National Wake Up Call. There's FAQ numbers to each thing. So if you need a quick reference and you find a FAQ number, if someone says, look up the FAQ 2496 to learn about blah, 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 you can just type that in and it'll pull up whatever topic they're referring to. And it's going slow. But anyway, that's where you need to get all the info. Forms and documents, this is a good one. So this is where you find all those handy forms like the military waiver, a price list, apparently. I guess that's, I mean, I've seen this on here. I've never used that, but it's good to know, I guess.
I've used the price list when I've talked to Canadian, like I have friends from Canada. And so if I don't know the conversion of it, I have that saved on my desktop just for that.
Oh,
So that's super good if
so-
you're making friends, like if you have friends that live in Canada, because it's like not that far away.
So smart.
So-
I didn't even think of that. That is genius. Good to know. Because it's true. I've talked to people in the UK and I'm like, I don't know how much it is there. That is.
Yeah, me neither. And so I'm like, I used to like search it every time in the FAQ and I was like, I'm just going to save it to my desktop.
Yeah.
So.
The digital business starter kit reimbursement. This is basically how you get a coach reimbursed of the $39.95 sign-up fee if they've ever bought a challenge pack in the past and then they're signing up as a coach. So it used to be called Coach Waiver or something. They recently changed the name to Digital Business Starter Kit Reimbursement, which is a mouthful. But that's where, so you can actually go and fill this out on your coach's behalf, or you can copy, just like literally copy and paste this URL and send it to them and they can fill it out. Sometimes I fill it out on their behalf just because it's easier for me in the beginning to find their coach ID number and fill it out for them. Let's see what else I wanted to highlight here. The sponsor change request form. This is where you can, if you have additional business centers or a spouse account, you can move coaches if they signed up under the wrong place that you don't want them, and you have up to 10 days to do so. Placement change request form. That's if you've placed a coach on the wrong leg and you want to move them over to your other leg. You'll use that form. Coach cancellation form, policies and procedures, if you want to get crazy. They're long. I actually have had people print them off and read the entire policy and procedure. So those are the main things I wanted to highlight in forms and documents because they're the most used on my end that I seek them out for. Also the military waivers on here, I might have passed by it, but if obviously, there we go. If you have a military person or a veteran or a spouse, they'll fill out this form. There's a couple, it explains exactly what you need in order to get the military waiver on this link. So check that out. Oops. And then my account is where you can go and change your own Shakeology order, or if you need to update any of your shipping information, your credit card information. This is super important. I don't know why it logged me out, but super important because if your credit card is going to expire and you need to update that, your coach account will go delinquent, meaning if you don't update your information and they can't charge your monthly coach fee, that your account will get canceled as a coach. And that is not something you want. So you always want to make sure your information is up to date, and they usually send you an email if something's up and they are not able to charge your account. So those are kind of the main things I wanted to highlight. I'll open it up to you guys. You can ask questions. I can point anything extra out, or we can go off any topic. Doesn't have to be about the coach office. Not all at once. All right, you guys. Oh, McKenna's coming. She's got a question. She's got to say something.
No, not really. I just finished making dinner, but hi.
Hi.
Just here with my I'm the favorite aunt shirt because I saw
Aw.
Josie's face. So I was like, I'll wear it when I can.
I keep thinking Eileena's picture is her actually right now, but it's just like perfectly posed that she looks like she's just chilling talking to us, but it's her picture.
I know it's tripping me out too. I had to go back and look a few times. I'm like, wait,
I'm here. I'm listening. I have my AirPod in my ear and I'm doing mom stuff, laundry, you know, the thing that never ends.
Oh yeah. You're
your
good. girl.
photo is perfectly placed.
Yeah. I know. Well, I hope that was helpful for you guys. I want to kind of maybe do one of these calls once a month where people can just get on and we can talk about different subjects or topics or whatever, or life. But I hope it was helpful for you guys. So any
Yeah, thank
last-
you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for hopping on.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, you guys, have a good night. McKenna logged
Good
off.
night.
I was gonna tell her happy birthday early.
I know she's out of here.
Peace. All right, bye you guys.
Bye,
Bye, kids.
guys.